Hi, I'm going to talk about the ex parte order protection, what it means, how it's obtained, and what effect it has. An ex parte proceeding of any kind simply means one party. This means that only one party has to be present for this proceeding. It's reserved typically for urgent situations where there's just not enough time to allow everyone their day in court at that moment. It's essentially a carefully tailored exception to due process rights. When it comes to an ex parte order protection, which is simply a temporary order protection that's based upon the statements of one party, it is important to know a few things. A person can obtain an ex parte, as it is often called in Missouri, by alleging abuse, stalking, or harassment. The allegations are looked at by the judge, and if the judge believes that the allegations are sufficient on their face, the judge will grant the ex parte order and give you a court date to come back and have a full hearing, thus protecting your due process rights. If an ex parte order protection is granted, it has some standard provisions that, if not followed strictly, can lead to jail time. I'm going to discuss the most common and the most impactful. One, it means no contact. No contact through any means whatsoever. No email, no text message, no phone calls, no Facebook message, no smoke signals, no carrier pigeons. You can't use a third party. Can't use your mother, brother, uncle, or child. It also means you cannot post status updates to Facebook that are meant to be aimed at the other person. Sometimes people think that they're going to be real clever and maybe make a Facebook post directed to Facebook land, but really directed to the other person. I highly recommend that you don't do that, because when it comes to restraining orders and ex partes, you don't want to mess with the possibility that you could go to jail. The other thing is you cannot be present where the other person is. For example, the grocery store. If you come in the grocery store and you find out that the other person is there, you see them across the aisleway, you have to leave. After all, the person being restrained is the one who the order is directed to. Another big factor is the person might have to leave the home. This means that you will be physically removed from the home if you don't leave willingly, and that you're going to need a police standby to gather some belongings. These things can last 6 months to a year, or sometimes longer. Number three, and sometimes the most significant in custody cases, is that it can affect your co-parenting. Sometimes an ex parte order of protection are used as weapons to gain an advantage in custody cases. It's very dirty and wrong. However, what it does is prevents you from contacting the other parent in order to set up exchanges or discuss co-parenting, making it almost impossible to figure out when you can see your kids. It can be a major issue and must be dealt with swiftly and directly by a skilled attorney. Never try to handle an ex parte order of protection on your own. Ex partes are very powerful tools that sometimes get misused, and oftentimes it is to the detriment of one of the parties. Typically, that one party is the man. If you would like more useful tips like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching.